ASD, as it's now called. He joined EMC in 1996, so he's been around for a while. He's responsible for writing and executing test plan and test cases for new RDF features. So, you know, the kind of hardware testing you guys do gets complemented with the QA that happens on the software side. That's what Jorge does before we even release any kind of functionality. So he joined the SRDF group in 2001, which is probably when EMC started building that idea about disaster recovery after 9/11. I'm going to recite to you some of the features, and hopefully he'll explain those that I'm not familiar with, like NBU for SRDF, or Zero Reclaim VP and VP Compression, which are things that are coming up now that are some of the new things he's working on. So he's been a major contributor for qualification of code releases. He's usually called upon to act as an advisor in this area because he's one of the few people that's been around and has experience with that, specifically with the NBU development group that often checks with Jorge to make sure that their code is ready for prime time. So he was a pioneer within the SRDF group about some of the tools that they use there. And again, all of what he does is about sanity checking the features and the code that comes out. He's also part of the lead board, the Latino Diversity Group. He's our community outreach director. I have to say he's one of the most active volunteers that I've ever met. He's telling where to go and he shows up, and he does a great job at being out there in the community. He actually, because of that, won the 2011 Outstanding Contribution Award from the Office of Global Workforce Inclusion for his contributions to diversity at the name of EMC. And he's also a board member of the Latino STEM Alliance that I'm just going to give a little plug about. We have some brochures about a nonprofit organization that was funded by EMC employees that tries to find a way to inspire Latino kids to get into careers having to do with science, technology, engineering, and math. So Jorge is part of that board, and if you guys are curious, we can talk about that after the event. For his dedication to EMC success, Jorge was awarded the Ted Bailey Award for Excellence in Customer Relations, Leadership by Example and Diligence and Effort. His name is posted in the ESC headquarters in 176 in Hopkinton. So please join me in welcoming Jorge Ccorcuera.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to allow me to come and talk to you. I'm not sure my background is compared to the excellence of my previous speakers, but don't know many of you guys remember me, but I started manufacturing in 1996 as a production technician in Avenue E. I came in 1988 from Lima, Peru with a backpack and a big dream. I went to school. I started at community college learning ESL, English as a second language, took some technical courses. I went to ITT. I also get my degree from State College. So all that, working as a dishwasher and also prep cook in a restaurant, Howard Johnson restaurant in Canton, Massachusetts. It was funny because my manager didn't believe that I'm going to leave one day. So I came with my degree and I gave my apron, my spatula, and I said, see, in here. So I started to work at EMC as Raul switcher in 1996 as a temporary employee. Avenue E. I started Star Operations. That's when I met Arelis Medina. And some of you guys, I probably don't remember, but I seen you back then. Went the ladder, you know, I became engineer Tech 4. When I was actually in manufacturing, I became also technical crew leader under Bill Walker and then Joe McLaughlin at 80 and System Qualification Assurance. From there, I got the opportunity in end of 2000, to talk to someone in Microcode. The idea back then was to have someone who had the hardware experience for all the family of symmetry to come to work for Microcode. So I saw that opportunity for me to move to a different area. I took the chance, and 10 years later, I'm still in Microcode. So basically, what is my job? My job is just, like the pro stated, work on the designing of the new products, cross functionality, also provide feedback if the idea is good, if it's actually follow what EMC stands for. You guys could probably see sometimes some of the old products being working here, or here why still, you know, a SIM 5 or a SIM 6 or sometimes a SIM 4 or even a SIM 3 still on the market. EMC has a rule to the customer. whatever new product you have, you can migrate your data from the old to the new one without no problem. And also, if you have RDF, or remote data facility backup and recovery, you can connect it without no problem. So, of course, we have to pull the plug in some of those products, but we have agreement with some customers. I don't know if you have heard Docomo. Docomo is a big enterprise Japanese company. There's about 200 to 300 symmetrics in one data center they own. And I don't think they have SIM 4, SIM 5, they love those SIM 3. So they have a special contract with EMC. When they have a hiccup, EMC send a team and they fix this issue. Okay? Another thing is, as a principal, I've been called for a time many times to this particular sanity. I have this nickname at headquarters, Microco, that I'm the feature killer. Meaning right now we are about to release Marner, which is a very milestone for Volga coming this year. So within 4 days of the last phase, I killed 4 features. Meaning the 4 features right now has an errata saying it cannot be run properly, so it's up to special cases. I just was on the phone talking to another feature, and I want you just to mention it, but actually I'm working. For example, I'm not sure you guys heard the NDU with FRDF or just NDU. That's one of the features that we always work. We allow the customer to go from inter-family code, for example, if you have 5875 chip code, for example, they go downstairs. Online in production, customer can go to say 5876, 82, or go to 5876, that 156 will be the margin code. Online, we have no disruption for the customer. This can be done online. Now, sound CC, there's a lot of things go behind. Another of the features that we are working on is the CTD with RDF. It's actually the limit virtual provisioning that's been big for EMC and SAID, and now we're moving forward. You know, a lot of the stuff is close the gap and be more aggressive to the customers. It's the zero reclaim that we do. We did it with the SDA, now we're moving to CTD. And on the wall, there's two different types of data, the SDA and CTD. Of course, we also have the AS400, which is in a different format. So those are some of the features that work. Now, how I got there? Well, as I say, I started as right in the bottom. I started in this department right at Avenue E. I had a lot of hard dedication. My wife was now here, Rashmi. She's from India, by the way, so one of the different cultures we have. She can tell you that, like everyone here, actually I don't sleep. I'm usually online, so I always be working, customer issues. I don't work with customers, but what it is developers. I have the working relationship, and something happens, they got the middleman, and they just pick up the phone and call me, and ask if we check and give me feedback on this. So that's what I do. I just was talking about some of the contributions that EMI does. I'm a community outreach director for them, and I help on the EPC when we have customers translated from Spanish to English, English to Spanish. I go as a technical advisor, so meaning I'm sit there for 2 days, and many times I'm being calling just during the middle of the day, so I target school always, just in case we have some setup when you talk to a customer. So I'm always willing to help. I'm very proud of the EMC. I have EMC in my heart, you can tell. I don't have any, besides working in a restaurant, I don't have any other company in my restaurant. So the day I have to leave, will be the day I shut the lights off. And that's it, you know. A lot of moments working with EMC. The best compliment is become the principal. If you're familiar with what it is, it's actually, you got the higher hierarchy within the engineering team or group that you are, and basically, sometimes they call you the architect. So you design from the bottom to top. This is not nothing about program manager or product manager. This is more part of the engineering and the technical part. like one of my also beside that, another great accomplishment is the Tech Value Award. Very proud to receive that. I think there was only more people that could be more qualified on that, but it was great. I received it with open arms. Another thing is I'm very active in the community. I want to give back to the community what was given to me years back, and also want to get people to follow the good path. I am proud to say that my hard work of last year at this Worcester South High School, gave me few students that they are now seniors and they are going to follow STEM careers, and I'm in contact with them. So I'm going to meet them at the end of the month, kind of close up and see what we take it to the next level. So I don't have anything else to say. If you have any questions, feel free. Thank you very much.